Good evening, everybody. It's time for boys high school playoff basketball on the Rev Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche, and I'm welcoming you tonight to the Gold Dome on the campus of Santa Maria High School for tonight's Division I non-select Bidistrict matchup between the number 22 seed South Lafourche Tarpons and the number 11 Amant Gators. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by the coach, David Swacker, and we'll talk about the teams, the coaches, the starting lineups, and we'll have the opening tip. All that coming your way on the Rev Game of the Week.
ETEL is now Rev, and we were built on Louisiana know-how, serving businesses like yours with solutions and local customer service for nearly 100 years. From storm-proofing your internet, phone, and managed services to being there for you 24/7 with local reps who really get to know you. Right now, you can get 1 month free of internet and hosted phone. A simple solution for your business. Call or click today. Rev Business. Powerful solutions, unmatched local service.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for almost 30 years. We do all the prep work so people can have home-cooked meals without spending all day in the kitchen. Everything is done ourselves. With 3 locations in Louisiana and a 4th in Texas, we needed all of them connected to the same system for point of sale and telephone. Rev Business set us up, and it's been a game changer. They have everything as national companies, but with real local service. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
You may have heard already, we're now Rev and Rev Business. But rest assured, we're still the same locally owned company committed to our community. With our Revolutionizing Communities Grant Program, our 400 plus employees had the chance to tell us which community organizations they wanted to support. We will remain committed to supporting and revving up local nonprofits and schools. Here at Rev and Rev Business, we take pride in being part of this special place we call home. Learn more at letsrev.com.
Action Therapy and Wellness is an outpatient clinic located in Gonzales. Our job here is to help reduce people's pain and improve their quality of life. We will see you from the beginning till the end. You will see the same faces here. You won't be switched around with people. Our goal is to get you functioning to an ordinary life. We rely on technology. Rev is great about staying on top of everything working and running properly. As a local company, using a company that is also local is very important to us.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
You've probably heard that ETEL has become Rev. What you may not know is that we're revving up your internet to symmetrical speed for free. Symmetrical speed means that your download and upload speeds are the same, thanks to the Rev All-Fiber network. The new speeds have been applied to your current internet plan, and there's nothing for you to do, except enjoy shopping, gaming, streaming, learning, and laughing. Learn more at letsrev.com. Thanks for being a loyal customer, and enjoy symmetrical speeds from Rev. New name, same company.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you from the Gold Dome. 22 versus 11 tonight. South Lafourche versus Santa Maria. And before we start talking about the game itself, we want to welcome all of the fans from South Lafourche as they are part of the Rev family. And so we welcome you to tonight's broadcast, and we're glad to have you as you're part of the old Vision market, but both teams in that Rev footprint. So we're glad to have all of our fans here watching tonight from the Gold Dome. And before we start talking about the coaches and everything, let's look at the playoff pairings really fast, as we talked about earlier, this is the 22 versus 11 matchup, and that's our game on the Rev Game of the Week tonight. Down the road at East Ascension, it's a 17 versus 16 as Airline takes on EA. Dutchtown, the 25 seed, is on the road at North Shore. Those are the Division I non-select teams from Ascension Parish in the playoffs. And on Tuesday night, the winners, this is what the regional bracket looks like. The winner of tonight's game that we're covering will take on the winner of Bell Chase at Sulphur. Then the Airline East Ascension winner, they're going to get the top seed, New Iberia, who's a really good team. And then you have the Dutchtown North Shore winner is going to take on the Natchitoches Central at Salmon winner. And so that's the matchup as we go here. And so let's talk about these two teams. And, of course, you have the two coaches, and you have Travis Usey that we always talk about has another 20-win season. And then on the other side, you have Brody Williams at South Lafourche, Coach.
Well, and, you know, with 8 straight years in the playoffs for Coach Usey, that is very impressive in itself right there. And, you know, the deal with Coach Williams and the Tarpons is that you just they're one of the teams that are your high-populated 4A schools, and there's about 5 of them that we were talking about earlier that have to play up in this non-select division. So they're one of them, and they had to move up to the 5A, or the Division I level, and that's where we stand right now.
So as you see, they're a 4A team, and they played in the 4A Bidistrict round last season and lost 85-70 to Salmon. And then Santa Maria were 24 seeds. They went to Destrehan in the Bidistrict round last year and lost by a score of 74-61. And you brought it up, and as you were talking about, this is really a 4A versus 5A matchup. And the reason that happened was because of the whole Division I split between the select schools and the non-select schools. What had happened during football season is they decided to move a lot of the teams that were originally non-select into the select bracket. So in order to balance everything out, they had to move some teams up on the 4A level. And you saw that in the football season when Neville, who plays 4A, they took on East Ascension in football, and there's some other teams like Salmon, South Lafourche, South Terrebonne, and so that's why you have the matchup that we have here tonight.
And, you know, the key word that you just used there, Jeff, is to balance it up, you know, and that's basically how you pick 5A all the way down through C, is you want to balance it up. And the first thing the LHSA asks you, you know, when they get your enrollment on your October count, is do you plan on playing football?
Yes.
Because you will have people like St. Joseph, definitely they're not planning on playing football. You will have, near us, French Settlement, a AA enrollment, and they definitely are not playing football. So you have to find out where you stand, and then what you do, you divide up by 7 classes to get where we are. And right now, in this new format that we have, is you're going to divide up into the 4 classifications and to see just exactly where we stand and how many people are going to have to move up because we wanted to get that thing balanced as much as possible.
You look at the crowd here tonight, Coach, and you see a lot of blue for South Lafourche. They traveled really well tonight, and one of the things that gives them an advantage maybe in the crowd situation is the boys, the baseball team is playing across the parking lot tonight against Berwick. And so a lot of the Santa Maria fans are split between that, and I believe the softball team is playing on the road today as well. So you may have fewer fans here tonight on the Santa Maria side, but South Lafourche really brought their crowd here tonight.
And look, Jeff, this was way before the Dutchtown time and way before you were in the neighborhood here. But a lot of the old-time fans on both sides will remember there was a time when Santa Ma and East Ascension were in what they referred to the Bayou District,
right,
with Hanville, Destrehan, Thibodaux, and the two Lafourches, Central and South Lafourche. And I'm going to just tell you, first of all, the big disadvantage, those schools down there didn't have freshmen.
Right.
And so our freshmen had to, go to Baton Rouge to try to get games. And that's a long haul on a Tuesday night or Wednesday night to play a JV game for either side. And so I would say this. The Lafourche people are just as passionate about sports as the Ascension Parish people.
Mm-hmm.
And, they love to go and watch, their team play. And so do the Gators and everyone else in this parish. So it ought to be interesting just to see what happens tonight.
Right, and they have a great tradition at South Lafourche, especially on the football side, where you have Bobby Hebert and Coach O and some other notable players who won state championships back in the day. We're talking about the softball on the road today for Santa Ma. They went to New Iberia and they won by a score of 13-2. So we're a couple of minutes away from the opening tip, but let's get to the starting lineups before we go anywhere else. And let's look at the visitors, the South Lafourche Tarpons, and their starting lineup. You see right there, number 2, Hayden Kale, number 3, Caden Jarvis, number 5, Titan Alamont, number 21, Jacob Curall, and number 35, Nicholas Coleman. And one thing we can bring up right here, their leading scorer and their leader, Brandon Daniels, has been dismissed from the team, so he will not be playing tonight. And that's going to be a big loss from them. As you look at the rest of the players here, their leading scorer and their leading rebounder remaining on the team is number 35, Nicholas Coleman. So we're expecting something from him tonight as they try to recover from that situation. Go ahead.
And I would just kind of wonder, is this going to affect offense? Well, evidently, maybe so, but somebody's got to step up. And is it going to affect defense? Do they go from playing man-to-man to zone or vice versa? Because you look out there, they look basically like the Santa Ma Gators, man-to-man as far as height is concerned.
Right. And the Santa Ma Gators, their starting lineup, you have number 2, Jermichael Million, freshman. Number 3, Cameron Robinson. Number 4, Latavian Scooter Crockett. Number 20, Lawson Bourgeois. And number 22, Garrett Ezel. And, of course, when we've covered them, you got to talk about Latavian Crockett, as he's a great scorer and he's just a great ball handler and playmaker. But the other guy you want to look at that's really improved his game in his freshman year is Jermichael Million.
These two kids, not just because they came from Galvez or anything like this, but, I have the pleasure of seeing a lot of these kids when we play any one of the opponents in our parish right there. I'm going to just say that Latavian, when you look at his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game, over 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block shot a game. Let's listen to the introduction of the starting lineups.
The anthem will be sung by Madeline Bachman.
At the twilight's
So we're expecting the announcement of the starting
Now
lineup. There we
starting for
go.
the visiting Tarpons. At guard, number 2, senior Hayden Kale. At guard, number 3, the junior Caden Jarvis. At guard, number 5, junior Titan Alamo. At guard, number 21, senior Jacob Curo. And at forward, number 35, Nicholas Coleman. The Tarpons are coached by Brody Williams and Brett Crockett. Now starting for your Amant Gators. At guard, number 2, freshman, Jermichael Millions. At guard, number 3, sophomore, Cameron Robinson. At guard, number 20, junior, Lawson Bourgeois. At guard, number 22, senior, Garrett Ezel. And at guard, number 4, senior, Latavian Scooter Crockett. The Gators are coached by assistant coaches Jeremy McGinnis, Gerald Cowart, Rashawn Claiborne, Brooks Greenfield, and head coach Travis User.
So we are just about ready for the opening tip as both teams have been introduced. And one thing we want to take a look at today, probably the best player on the court on either side is Scooter Crockett, or Latavian Crockett. He's known as Scooter from his teammates. But you may recall last week we covered the East Ascension game. He had an injury, and so he hurt his finger. I believe it was dislocated, and they had to tape him up so he could continue to play. But his hands look okay right now, and so it looks like he's about ready to go at or near 100%, and he gets the tip. And the pass, left side, Ezel now gets it to Million. And a nice pass inside and points for Bourgeois, and it's 2-0.
Well, if we had a better angle up here, you could see Jamaica look to his right and have a no-look pass wide open under the goal there. Great job right there by the Gators.
And now South Lafourche. This is Curall now getting it over to Coleman.
Now the Gators in a man-to-man.
And the drive inside and a dish and a reverse. Points for Nicholas Coleman.
A nice job there by Coleman. Notice he did go up on the left side. He used the goal in the net as part of his package there of shooting that layup. Nice job there by Coleman.
So Scooter Crockett misses his first three-point attempt, and the rebound goes to South Lafourche, and this is Nicholas Coleman. He's their leading remaining scorer and rebounder, and he has the first points of the night for the Tarpons. Stops, passes, and now they'll set up with Alamont.
Well, South Lafourche doing a great job moving the ball around. There's a three-point try.
And that was Coleman again, and I think that they tried to get it out off of Crockett, but he missed as Kale had a good idea but didn't execute.
And you look at Coleman out there, that body looks to me like a lineman or possibly outside linebacker or whatever on the Tarpons football team.
I bet you. Michael Million, nice pass to Scooter, and he scores.
Jamaica, he thinks he's a magician out there.
Yes.
You know, I'm just telling you, you know, all the years of playing AAU basketball and everything get you prepared for some of these things that you could do at the high school level.
And now this is Kale drives, puts it up and in. And we're tied at 4. 2 minutes in.
You know, does an outstanding job avoiding any contact for the charge.
To Michael Million. And there's a three from Crockett, and doesn't have a shot yet, but the offensive rebound. Now a three from Bourgeois, misses, air ball. Rebound Million, he's going to go up and kick it out. Ezel's got a three, no good. Offensive rebound. We have a whistle away from the ball as you're going to see the foul called against Alamont, I believe.
Well, it's going to be a throw-in.
Yeah, so the points do not count.
Well, the Gators are moving that ball around really well. But the one thing that not gets done is that final make.
As Crockett short. Rebound, Kale. And he's got pressure from Million, and look at this. He's got an easy layup.
And this is the advantage of Million right here. Hands are quick. He's not a very tall guy and plays that defense real low to the ground. Nice steal and a conversion.
Now Kale kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman will set up. I guess your point forward here. Nice moves, but the pass is stolen, but they get it back. Jarvis, and there's the steal, but he steps out of bounds.
The referee right here on the sidelines with a good call.
Yep, right in front of Travis Hughes. He did not complain at all about that call. 22-11 on the season, another 20-win season. What's that, 7 or 8 in a row? Look at the replay there. Great shot. Pass inside to Coleman. Loses it. Now they'll kick it out to Kale. So Jarvis setting up the offense. 4:40 left to go in the first quarter.
A lot of movement here by South Lafourche.
Kale turnaround jumper short. Rebound. Scooter. And inside, and a miss on the layup by Bourgeois, and the rebound goes to Curall.
You know, Bourgeois trying to shoot that ball right-handed. Understandable to a certain extent, but just a little bit too much pressure off that backboard.
And now Kale goes up and misses again, and Bourgeois with the rebound. And here comes Crockett running. Nice move, and gets the points. And it's 8-4.
I like what I see right there. Defensively, South Lafourche was set, and Crockett does a good job avoiding the player control for the easy layup.
And the whistle, and they're not going to count that. It's on the floor as the foul called against Ezel. So that's the first foul on the Gators tonight. And Curall will throw it in. So both teams only committed one foul. Relatively clean game so far. Curall looking, and he gets it to Kale. Now Curall again to Coleman. Coleman likes to run the show at the top of the key here. Stops his dribble, gets it, and it goes out.
Well, smart play.
Alamont.
I like it when athletes use their brain in difficult situations, throwing it off.
And that was right in front of the student section as well. So a good student crowd. That's good to see here tonight. Some of them passing on the baseball game to get playoff basketball. Shot by Kale, gets it. Oh, no, that's Jarvis, excuse me. And it's 8-6.
Jarvis does a good job hanging in there, maybe a little lean back for the easy two.
Ezel, baseline, back to Million. Million and Crockett, wide open three, and still not there. Rebound goes to Jarvis. I believe that Crockett's got 4 points, but none of them come from the three-point land. I think he's 0 for 3 so far tonight.
And the Gators are 0-4 also in the three-point margin.
Absolutely. And it goes out off of a Gator, and so Curall will throw it in. About 2.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 8-6. All the points pretty much coming in from inside, and as I say that, there's a three. So Kale makes the first three of the night.
Kale, outstanding job all alone at the top of the key.
And so it's 9-8, first lead for the Tarpons, and now a three. And I mentioned there's no threes, and both teams make a three. 11-9. I got the magic touch when it comes to
Ezel, that left-hand move, well, I tell you what, his shot looks pretty from the corner.
Yes, it does. This is Curall under the basket, kicks it out, but not a good pass, and Kale can't hold on to it. And we're 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 11-9, Gators lead the Tarpons. Good shot right there, and I believe our cameraman had the best angle to get that ball. Good job, Josh. And there's a three, no good. And there's a rebound to Robinson, who's in the game. And there's another shot, another miss from Crockett. And now ahead of the pack and points, Kale, and it's 11-11.
Well, the Gators back quick on offense.
Now some nice moves from Million, but too strong. Rebound goes to Curall. Now Coleman with it. South Lafourche, for losing their top player, is playing a very strong first quarter and hanging in there with the Gators. Kale with the ball to Curall. Now left side, Alamont. Curall kicks it out to Alamont. Now on right side, and there's about a 15-footer, and it's too strong from Coleman. Crockett with the rebound.
South of Lafourche doing an outstanding job getting that ball.
And just kind of
moving around, and then the Gators come back. Crockett really quick.
Just a lapse in defense right there. They gave him the lane, and he took the points. And now Curall has it.
And below 30 seconds.
It's 13-11. Relatively low-scoring first quarter. Kale with possession, guarded by Million. Ooh, nice spin move, but I believe he carried it. Yes, he did.
And good call by the official right there.
So it's 16.6 remaining, and it's 13-11. Santa Maria should get the final shot right here. As Million takes it up court, and he tells him to slow it down. Now Crockett drives, and the shot may have been contact, no foul called, and Bourgeois gets the points.
Oh, Bourgeois just battled in there to get that shot to fall.
So it's 15-11. Santa Maria leads South Lafourche, and we'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
ETEL is now Rev, and we were built on Louisiana know-how, serving businesses like yours with solutions and local customer service for nearly 100 years. From storm-proofing your internet, phone, and managed services to being there for you 24/7 with local reps who really get to know you. Right now, you can get 1 month free of internet and hosted phone. A simple solution for your business. Call or click today. Rev Business. Powerful solutions, unmatched local service.
Welcome back. It's 15-11. Jeff Porsche, David Swacker with you as we get ready to start the second quarter. Let's take a look at the 5A standings and playoff teams while we have an opportunity before we begin this second quarter. Santa Maria was the third place finisher in the district this year. Walker won the district, finished unbeaten in district play. East Ascension finished second. Santa Maria in third. Then you had Denham Springs in fourth, Dutchtown fifth, and Live Oak sixth as we start the second quarter. Curall can't handle it, but it gets to Jarvis. He drives inside, kicks it out. Kale blocked. And that's a good job by Ezel, and he's going to take it up court himself.
Ezel says, I can give you a good little look on the outside with the three-pointers and play a little defense here.
Ezel is the top of the key here running the offense. Now Million, and that's an errant pass taken by Kale. I don't believe we've had any substitutions here so far tonight. Both teams going to pretty much go with the five that got them here. And you have contact foul by Crockett. You may see Caven Taylor come in soon. He got a start the other night against Santa Maria. You do have one substitution coming in, as that's 15th Terrence Petrie for the Tarpons, as Curall has it. Guarded by Crockett. Now Coleman, nice move, and scores. 15-13. 1 minute into the second quarter.
Coleman looked just like Crockett on some of his moves.
Yep.
Going to that bucket, avoiding contact.
And there's a contact foul. That's likely to be called against Curall. And so that's going to put us even on the fouls again, 2 apiece. So nobody really in foul trouble on either side. And they try to get the lob inside to Bourgeois, and he's going to go to the line.
Well, they had it set up real nice on the throw-in. And
yep.
Jamaica, nice little pass there to Bourgeois, and because he's fouled, doesn't make the shot.
So Bourgeois misses his first attempt. Very quickly, second shot goes in. And it's a 3-point lead.
Now the Gators with a little pressure.
We'll see how South Lafourche responds to
man-to-man
that.
pressure.
So this is Million. Nice move by Kale to get past him. And there's a steal by
Great
Bourgeois.
steal.
And he's going to try to slam it. Not the right decision, and then contact. And you could see him setting up, and the foul goes on Million. He was setting up from about the 3-point line, but could not flush it.
Well, Bourgeois was trying to get that team a little motivated there with that dunk, and of course the South Lafourche fans congratulate him on an outstanding effort. Just didn't quite get there.
Now Kale, and the jumper block and contact, and that's going to be a foul against Jarvis for South Lafourche. So
I would say the Gators, probably both teams, are doing a pretty good job defensively. You know, neither team is really lighting it up offensively.
No, it's been kind of low scoring. You see Mason Cooper coming in. He's going to replace Jarvis. No subs so far for the Gators, as Million didn't even make a move and faked out the defender, it looked like. Just lost his footing, and a bounce pass inside stolen by Coleman. South Lafourche looking good so far, hanging with the higher seed and home team Santa Amant Gators. This is Cooper. Now Curall double teamed. Stops his dribble. Now gets to Petrie. Now Coleman will set up. Curall down to Kale. Good, and it's a 1-point game.
Kale, nice little 12-foot jumper from the sidelines.
And now the three coming from Bourgeois, too long. And it gets to Million, and he'll shoot, and he's going to go to the line as he's fouled by Petrie. So 5:01 left to go before the half, and it's a 1-point game. And Coach Uzzi is going to take a break and call a timeout. And we're going to keep it here as Coach Uzzi calls a timeout. And let's talk about what his Santa Amant Gators have done in the last 5 years in the postseason. Of course, this year he's the 11 seed. Last year made the Bidistrict round, lost in the first round. In 2020-2021 made it to the regionals as a 16 seed. And then in 19-20 and in 18-19 lost in the Bidistrict matchup. And that's where we are right now, trying to
but 8 straight years in the
years.
Playoffs. 8 straight years. Just.
And so Million will shoot.
The 5A playoffs, whether you're in football, it doesn't matter what sport you're in. It's a tough league to get to the state championship level.
And this year, the district got even tougher with the addition of Walker and Denham Springs.
Well, Walker, boys and girls, it's going to be interesting just to see what happens to both of them going into the final weeks before.
As you get points right there from Coleman, but it's 18-17. Now Bourgeois gets it over to Robinson. Now Crockett will shoot, and there's his first three. If he gets hot, this could change the momentum very quickly.
And he had the nice shoulders squared up and everything, took a great shot.
Double team, but Coleman gets the pass over to Petrie. Stops at the free throw line, back to Coleman. And he's got a wide open three, and he makes it, and it's 21-20.
Coleman's a nice little basketball player.
Yep.
Moves around, handles the ball real well.
He's a remaining high scorer and rebounder, and there's the rebound as Crockett misses a three. Halfway through this second quarter, 1-point game. South Lafourche has a chance to take the lead. This is Petrie, guarded by Crockett. And there's a steal by Ezel. And trying to get it down to Million. Pass a little long. And tries the underhanded pass. Stolen by Kale. And he's running 1-on-2. Kicks it out. Petrie gets in the lane. Loses it out of bounds. And it's going to go off of Petrie to the Gators. And now we have that first sub that we were talking about, Caven Taylor. He's going to replace Robinson. And the Gators set up with Crockett taking it down court. Ezel. Now Million. And now Million's going to try his three, and it's good. 24-20.
Million shot that thing like he says, I know this is going in.
Right. He's not really known so far in his career for his three-pointer, but he got one right there.
He's usually stealing a basketball and shooting a layup down on the other end.
Right. He did get some points off of a steal earlier.
Well, we had a nice view of that. Nice rotation of the ball.
Absolutely. Now the pass down low to Coleman. He gets it, but he's got to kick it out, and Petrie has it. Now Coleman up around the perimeter.
A lot of movement there by South Lafourche, doing an outstanding job.
And the shot from Curall is short. And look at the rebound by Million, and he's going to try to go. Oh, it's off the glass, and so now it's going to come back to South Lafourche. I knew that pass was long. I didn't think it was that long. Now the three. Oh, and there's
and that's what we would refer to as a jump ball.
Yep.
So Jamaica threw that ball, and it was closer to going in than it was to any of the Santa Maria players down on the other end. If it would have gone in, it would have been on ESPN tonight.
Absolutely. I would have had my first shot at the big time, right? As a Crockett shot, nothing but net.
Yeah. And this is what Crockett, I like what he's doing. He's trying to work the ball in.
They lost the guy down low. And off the glass, points for Mason Cooper.
Cooper, a little jump hook right there.
Taylor, contact, no whistle. Wanted the charge, didn't get it. And there's the three, good. And Santa Maria starting to make more threes.
I tell you what, I just love to watch Ezel shoot. He just got a beautiful little jumper there from the corner.
Curall, long, the rebound goes to Cooper, and he goes to the line as I believe Taylor's going to commit the foul. No, that's going to be Bourgeois. So it's going to be 5-5 in the foul situation. So 90 seconds left in the first half. Neither team in the bonus.
And you just see Bourgeois right there reaching in. The official makes the call. You see 1:30 left.
So
in the first half.
Good. And conceding the rebound as the entire Tarpon defense is
Bourgeois says, I'll handle that rebound.
Easiest rebound you'll ever get. Million gets instructions from Coach Uzzi. Now he'll set up. Now another three from Ezel, and he's got the touch right now.
Ezel, I don't know why he didn't like my corner over there, but he moved on out here to the wing and says, I can make it from here also.
He's got three of them so far tonight.
And you know, that is the difference in the game right here, Jeff. That three-point shot by the Gators making 3 or 4 of them here in this quarter is difference in this second quarter score.
Right. Gators putting some distance between them and the Tarpons for the first time tonight. And Kale is going to go to the line as Ezel commits the foul. So actually that's the 5th foul. So 38.4. So we're going to go entire first half probably without getting into the bonus. You don't see that very often anymore. The officials talking to Ezel, telling him what he did and what he got called for.
I know Ezel doesn't want to come out of this game because he's really helping the Gators offensively and defensively.
Well, Robinson's going to come in. He's not going to be out very long, only 38.4. And the rebound goes to Bourgeois. And now Crockett running 3, long. And a rebound and a foul. So that's Jarvis with the rebound.
6 fouls right here. And
so we may get to it after all as Taylor commits the foul. And now full court pressure, they get past that. And now the pass inside. Petrie shoots, hits the bottom of the basket, or bottom of the glass, and the rebound is going to go to Sandoval, and Crockett will drive and score.
Nice crossover right by Crockett.
And there's a
Gators hustle down on defense.
Curol thought about it. 5 seconds. Little push, and that's going to be a charge. You could see that right there. He pushed Crockett.
And a good job right there by the official.
So
in fact, I tell you what, it looks to me like officials have done an outstanding job in this first half.
I think so.
You got the
half court. That's way long. And it goes into the weights room, I guess.
Maybe some of the officials might want to get up there and get a little weightlifting going on.
Yep. So South Lafourche hung close until about the final 3 minutes of the first half, and then Sandoval made a run, and now they're up 10, 34-24. We're going to take a break at the half. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week.
ETEL is now Rev, and we were built on Louisiana know-how, serving businesses like yours with solutions and local customer service for nearly 100 years. From storm-proofing your internet, phone, and managed services to being there for you 24/7 with local reps who really get to know you. Right now, you can get 1 month free of internet and hosted phone. A simple solution for your business. Call or click today. Rev Business. Powerful solutions, unmatched local service.
Chris's Specialty Foods has been making Cajun meat products for almost 30 years. We do all the prep work so people can have home-cooked meals without spending all day in the kitchen. Everything is done ourselves. With 3 locations in Louisiana and a 4th in Texas, we needed all of them connected to the same system for point of sale and telephone. Rev Business set us up, and it's been a game changer. They have everything as national companies, but with real local service. Rev Business is authentic Louisiana, just like Chris's.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
You may have heard already, we're now Rev and Rev Business. But rest assured, we're still the same locally owned company committed to our community. With our Revolutionizing Communities Grant Program, our 400 plus employees had the chance to tell us which community organizations they wanted to support. We will remain committed to supporting and revving up local nonprofits and schools. Here at Rev and Rev Business, we take pride in being part of this special place we call home. Learn more at letsrev.com.
Action Therapy and Wellness is an outpatient clinic located in Gonzales. Our job here is to help reduce people's pain and improve their quality of life. We will see you from the beginning till the end. You will see the same faces here. You won't be switched around with people. Our goal is to get you functioning to an ordinary life. We rely on technology. Rev is great about staying on top of everything working and running properly. As a local company, using a company that is also local is very important to us.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
You've probably heard that ETEL has become Rev. What you may not know is that we're revving up your internet to symmetrical speed for free. Symmetrical speed means that your download and upload speeds are the same, thanks to the Rev All-Fiber network. The new speeds have been applied to your current internet plan, and there's nothing for you to do, except enjoy shopping, gaming, streaming, learning, and laughing. Learn more at letsrev.com. Thanks for being a loyal customer, and enjoy symmetrical speeds from Rev. New name, same company.
Welcome back to the Rev game of the week. And as I mentioned at the end of the first half, SWAC, the South Lafourche Tarpons, they're without their top player, Brandon Daniels, and you were wondering how they were going to play tonight. And they looked really good for about the first 12, 13 minutes of this game. But then in the last 3 or so minutes, Santa Moss started hitting their threes, and now they're up 10. But it's been a very close game up until those final moments.
Yeah, both teams, I think, have been very, very solid right here. The Gators are up by 10 here at halftime, and that's only because of, it's because of 2 things. Number one, started consistently making the outside shot. Mm-hmm. The outside shot hasn't been a consistent maker for the Tarpons just yet in this game. And I would say that the Gators are doing an outstanding job of chasing the Tarpons around in the man-to-man situation, because the Tarpons, I think, are doing an outstanding job offensively, getting a lot of inside shots, just not being quite as successful in that second quarter as they were in the first quarter.
So tonight is playoffs, and, of course, if you lose in the playoffs, it's your last game of the season, and so Santa Moss hoping to extend their season and this not be the final game for their seniors. But let's take a look and talk about these seniors on both sides, as you've got 4 on the Santa Moss side that are represented here tonight. And, of course, the main one is Scooter Crockett. Kaz Babin's not in the picture, but you also see Garrett Ezel, and he's a guy that's really been lighting it up with the three-pointers. And then you see number 54, Brandon Clover, as well.
Well, Crockett has had his moments, and basically it just took him about a quarter to get going right here. Ezel, I've already said a number of things. I just love his shot and how effective he is over the year for the Santa Moss Gators.
And on the South Lafourche side, they've got a couple of seniors who are looking to extend their season tonight, as you have number 2, Hayden Kale, and number 21, Jacob Curall. And I think those 2 guys have been on the court all 16 minutes. They may not leave the court here tonight. They're going to leave it all. And what may be their final game, if they win, then they can extend their season.
And you say, well, is one of them playing point guard? I think all 5 of their players are playing point guard. It's amazing that, we talk about Coleman. He's been out top a number of times. But the South Lafourche has done an outstanding job of running some type of motion offense and spreading it out and trying to get the ball underneath to where they can have a shot at a simple shot. And because they seem to be a little bit of size advantage when some of their smaller people get there, the Gators have done a pretty good job of creating turnovers.
Yes, so earlier we talked about this, Swag, you brought it up first, that this is a 4A team taking on a 5A team, South Lafourche, the 4A team. And so when we look at the graphic for the last 5 seasons for South Lafourche in the playoffs, keep in mind that they don't play in the Bayou District because that's the 5A district, but they play in a district with a lot of the teams that used to be in that. You see them in the Bi District. So it's been a while since they've won a game in the postseason. They did make 3 straight seasons, missed in 18-19. So this is actually the 4th year in a row that they make it to the postseason, and they're all 4A except for now. And when you talk about the district they play in, they had to break up that Bayou district because some of them dropped in enrollment. And so they play with South Terrebonne and Ellender, who used to be part of that Bayou district as well. They also play with Vanderbilt Catholic. And then you have some teams outside of the Bayou district like Lutcher and Assumption and Morgan City. So that's a very big district. And actually 3 classifications are represented because South Lafourche is playing in the Division I playoffs. A couple of teams are playing in the Division II playoffs. And then Vanderbilt Catholic is in the Division II playoffs for select schools. So that's a very diverse district.
There's no doubt. And I just know, just from past experiences, being an athletic director and a head football coach, I can just tell you, Assumption, they're loving the district.
Yeah.
Because Assumption's kind of out on an island and has usually been put somewhere where they have to get on that road and travel most of the time. Lutcher's another one that loves the district. Most of the time they've been put in a New Orleans district right there. Vanderbilt Catholic, boy, basketball and football-wise, had a really good football season, but really coming on strong here at basketball.
Yeah.
And so a nice little 7-4A district there for the, if you want to call it, the new Bayou district.
Right. They kind of all like it, I know, because I went to Vanderbilt Catholic for a few years back in my day, and when I was playing and going to school there, they were in the Lafayette district. So you were paired up with like Catholic High, New Iberia, Northside, Brobridge, and that was a long drive for anything.
Especially on those Tuesday and Wednesday nights, Jeff.
Yep.
I was waiting for you to bring up the Vanderbilt Catholic deal. No statues erected.
No. But I do want to mention, too, I have a tie to South Lafourche because I used to work for Calais Cable, which became Vision Cable, which is now Rev. So I know a lot of these guys, and I know the pronunciations because I worked for Calais Cable, so that was an easy one for me. So, I used to be a DJ down there, so if y'all remember me, that was me. Probably not. That was back in.
If y'all remember me,
that was me.
That was me. Let's start the second half here, brother.
That's right. All right, we're ready to go. Second half, 34-24. And the Gators with the lead, but the Tarpons with the ball. Calais down low, trying to get it to Coleman. He gets it.
Bourgeois just been solid on defense.
Yep. Now Curall. Now inside and stops, turns, jumps, air ball. Missed by Jarvis. And now here comes Million. Ezel's calling for it on perimeter, but Robinson's going to take it. He misses. Rebound, Jarvis.
Well, Robinson close right here to sinking that thing down and kind of going a third of the way down and popping out.
So Jarvis kicks it out, and a wide open three for Calais. Ooh, in and out.
Well, they're just dead set, Jeff. It seems like on shooting that long ball.
And speaking of long ball, that's 4.
Who is that just shot that ball?
That's Ezel.
Ezel.
He is
easy for Ezel.
He's usually a perimeter guy. He's got 2 that weren't perimeters as the layup no good. And now
Bourgeois
nice. Got his chance, and there it is. And now it's a 16-point game, and we're going to get a quick timeout from South Lafourche.
Bourgeois, beautiful right there from that corner, Jeff.
Yes, as Brody Williams, he's in his first year at South Lafourche, and you see the beautiful shot right there. And he's 13-11 in his first season, and when you talk about them, they're looking for their first win since 2009. They beat John Ehret in the 5A district round 71-44 that year. They've been in Class 4A. They used to be a 5A school. They dropped to 4A in 2015, and they won 6 of their last 8 games. And, of course, we talked about the seniors earlier, Calais and Curall.
Jeff, one of their coaches was up here a while ago.
Yeah.
He said they have about 1,050 students.
Right.
And not knocking this because that 5A range is from Dutchtown at 2,700 all the way down to about 1,150, whoever that might be. And that is a big deal. And, of course, Santa Ma's is at, one of the top 5 enrollment in the state also.
Yep. And let's do an update over from East Ascension. Halftime over there at Spartan Gym. East Ascension leads 31-20. So good news down the road. No whistle right there. That was Million and Kale both fighting for the ball. Now Curall.
Doing a lot of Coach Uzzi's group doing a lot of switching on these guard-to-guard exchanges.
And now Kale will take the jumper from about 15. Air ball, rebound, Bourgeois.
Nice little fast break right here.
Scooter's got the 3, and he makes it. They've made 3. They've outscored them 9-0 in this first 2 minutes of the second half. And it's now Gators pulling away 43-24.
And Santa Ma has his height advantage on the dribblers.
Now a shot and nearly goes in. Ezel will be called for
Ezel, just did not have enough advantage to be in front of the dribbler. And contact right there, if you haven't established yourself to be in front and playing defense, then you're going to get the call against you.
He's a little frustrated. Maybe he's saying to Uzzi, why are you mad? I made, 6 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers? I can make a mistake every now and then, man.
And, you have the situation where, maybe Ezel was thinking, I needed somebody to come help switch off right there. And they've done an outstanding job of doing that.
He's going to come out of the game. Caven Taylor has replaced him. And now a substitution for
Jarvis
the Tarpons.
right there making the free throw.
Cooper
coming to the sidelines.
So they get their first point of the second half as it's 43-25. So again, you see the Tarpon cheerleaders there, and again, we brought this up. A really good crowd traveling from Lafourche Parish here tonight. And the 3, a little long, offensive rebound, stolen. And now here come the Tarpons. Coleman, nice move, blocked. That's Taylor. And now Bourgeois still can't slam it. Now I think he was trying to throw about a 110-mile-an-hour fastball right there.
Coach Uzzi said, now, Bourgeois, this is not getting any better. We need to make a layup down here.
Yep. I think he just kind of got caught in between. Want to bring up, too, Santa Ma baseball. We talked about them playing across the parking lot. They're tied with Berwick right now, 1-1 in the 5th.
Nice movement right here by both teams.
And a nice pass, and that's what you get, a lot of nice assists from Million. And it's a 20-point game. 2-on-1. Coleman left unguarded in points, and it's 18 points.
Oh, nice job there by South Lafourche, getting the ball down the floor quick.
Million kicks it out. Robinson for 3, and no good. And rebound goes to Cooper. Lost it out of bounds off of Bourgeois. 4.5 minutes left to go. It's an 18-point game.
Coleman's just kind of disappeared a little bit offensively in this game, Jeff.
Yep. He can make the 3. You've seen him shoot from the perimeter, but yes, he's
well, you sit here and it's really good defensive teamwork by the Gators. A lot of switching. Looks like a little zone with a little man-to-man principles to it.
So Carter Bro is in the game, number 14. Didn't mention him. Coleman shoots and makes the points.
There you go, Coleman. That's how you get it, Dylan.
It's almost like we say something about somebody and then they.
Well, you got to take them to the hole right there.
And now Bourgeois shoots the three, and he makes it. So he may not be able to get the point-blank slam dunk, but he can make a three.
Coach Hughes is going to say, let me just tell you, you're 0 for 2 and 2 for 2. You do the math, son.
Mm-hmm. And stolen, no. Petrie gets it, and we're going to get a timeout right here from South Lafourche so they can maintain possession. As you see on the
nice
replay.
hustle right here. Good job by 15. That'll be Petrie. So just a freshman.
While we got a break, let's take a look at the playoff pairings again. As we're mentioning already, South Lafourche with the game against Sanoma here tonight. Sanoma with the lead, and they're up 19. And you can see down on the bottom on Tuesday night, South Lafourche Sanoma winner will take on the Belle Chase Sulphur winner. Airline and East Ascension, we talked about East Ascension with the lead over Airline. They're going to play New Iberia, which I don't envy them.
Well, yeah, I think New Iberia lost a couple of games at the end. It still maintained that number 1 ranking.
Right. Dutchtown and North Shore haven't got a update on that game yet, but they are the other game involving an Ascension Parish school in Division I non-select. Now we're back to the action. Now this is Cooper. The Curall.
I'm thinking I'm going to call this a matchup zone here, Jeff. That's going on with the Gators.
So now you have Bro and the pass trying to get it down to Coleman. Can't make the connection.
They've got a 19-point lead with under 3 minutes left. The Gators have done an outstanding job coming out here in this third quarter and doubling up the score.
Million with the points. Easy points in the lane, and it's a 21-point lead.
They've got the full court. Man-to-man pressure. Good job there by Coleman.
Nice moves by a big man. Left and right. Kicks it out. Curall decides not to. And we're going to get a little check by Taylor.
You know, Taylor also a 6'2 freshman. Jamaica Million also a freshman.
So Dax Guidry coming in along with Jarvis and Alamont.
Or Bourgeois, you 6'3 junior, nice size kid.
This is Guidry. The Curall loses it, stolen by Million.
I got a feeling we got a pass.
Yep, and that's an easy one, not an acrobatic one like we usually see. That's a 23-point game.
And I'm going to just tell you, he loves doing it. He loves doing it, and I think the teammates know if he's got the ball, we better have our eyes open because he will be a little walking.
Yep.
He will get us the ball. And if we're not looking, he'll rack us upside the head with the ball.
Yes, indeed. So, Sanoma comfortably ahead now. And the three is good, and now it's 55-29, so it's a 26-point lead.
So Coach Husey did what at halftime to get his shooters a little warmer?
I don't know. He did something because they haven't missed a three, I don't think. They made about 5 of them. There's a little contact foul by Crockett as you get.
Well, Crockett, that reach right there, and, you know, he knows that.
Yeah.
You know.
You see right there, also in the back side there, the bearded man, Williams, right there in the blue shirt. It's a tough night for him because they lost their best player at the end of the season, and they're playing without him tonight, trying to keep things together. And they did a really good job early on, but just you can't lose your best player and expect an easy ride.
There by Latavian. A nice drive right there. Nice pass there.
And that's Kale with the miss, rebounded to Million. And one thing about that I want to mention with Coach Williams, these kids are playing hard. You see him right there, good shot of Coach Williams. These kids are playing hard. They're probably outmanned right now, but they're playing like they're playing really tough.
Well, South Lafourche graduate, Coach Williams. And started off as an assistant and has moved on to the head coach.
The pass is stolen. That's Robinson out a million. 3-on-2 up. And Taylor will go to the line. Or did they call the offensive foul?
Offensive foul.
Okay, never mind. I think Santa Ma's only gone 6 deep here today. And as I mentioned that, here comes the sub.
Well, you say 6 deep when we had only 6 fouls on both teams.
Yep. Bryce Schiff is in the game. Schiff checks in, and we have the whistle.
Jamaica says, I might need to get to a little acting class over here at Santa Ma. But you did see the forearm across the chest right there with a little push-off.
Crockett will throw it in to Million.
5A basketball, your point guard is a freshman.
And the blocking foul does not go in. Foul going to be called on Alamo.
And I saw the guy come in a little late right there. Here's the call, Jeff.
Right.
Jamaica's in the air, and that defensive defender takes that little slide step underneath him, and realistically it's an easy call. You have to establish defensive position and be set when he takes off.
And the shot is good. I know you can't set up for the charge underneath the basket on the higher levels. Is there any of that on the high school level?
Nothing, because you have nothing. The little circle area there, the semicircle.
So it's not there. So the score 58-29, and Kirall scores.
Kirall, nice little job right there protecting that ball on the layup.
And so now missed. And here comes Kale. Nice pass and points for Jarvis.
Well, you might say we need a timeout here, or maybe we get the quarter ending.
Yeah, the quarter's going to end.
But, Crockett is usually 100% on those little layups right there. Just did not handle it then.
So it's 58-33, and we're going to keep it here for this break and talk about our upcoming schedule. As on Tuesday night, we're going to come right back to Santa Ma for Dunham at Santa Ma baseball. Then we're going to get into district softball. As you see, the Ascension Parish teams all represented there. East Ascension is going to be at Santa Ma, and then Dutchtown is going to be at Santa Ma. So it's interesting because when we get a Santa Ma game, we usually get about 3 or 4 in a row, and that's kind of how the schedule works out right there. So
I was talking to Coach Amy Petrie Super Bowl weekend, and I just make that nice little comment when no pressure's on you. It says, ought to be a pretty easy year for you, huh, Coach? And she says, nothing's easy. Nothing's easy in the coaching world.
Well, it's easier when you have the best player in the state, perhaps, A.J. Jackson there.
And there's no doubt she's excited about that. And I know the Jackson girl is excited about seeing if they could return to that the state championship level again.
Right.
But, nothing's given to you. I can promise you this in the coaching profession. And she said right off the bat they were starting off against West Monroe.
Yeah, and that's a tough one.
And that's exactly who they finished against in West Monroe.
And since we're talking about championship games, we want to wish Dutchtown good luck tomorrow in soccer as the
That's
boys
big time,
and
Jeff.
girls
big
are
time.
both playing for the state championship in Division I.
And I'm going to just tell you, and not knocking the select or the non-select or whatever, it just doesn't happen that often to the non-select teams.
Right.
In the soccer world.
So the three-pointer is good. It's a 28-point lead. Now back to the soccer real fast. The boys are playing against St. Paul's. That's a tough one because St. Paul's has won so many championships over the years. The girls are playing St. Joe's, and so they're both playing at Strawberry Stadium in Hammond tomorrow, 3:30, and I believe the second game's at 6 or 7, I forget. But that's a big deal.
Well, it's almost like district games because Dutchtown and St. Paul's, they've been right in there for a number of years. And then, of course, you're talking about the Dutchtown and St. Joe matchup. So it's going to be real interesting to see what happens, and wish the Griffins and the Lady Griffins all the best of luck.
Yep.
To bring home those trophies.
So the three-pointer from Curall is no good, and they're running. Now Crockett. Wonder about how much longer we're going to see him, as he's just getting points in the lane now. Pretty much at will, as they're up 32. This is most likely our final our winter sports broadcast of the year. As the winner of this game and the winner of the East Ascension game are probably going to go on the road, or definitely going to go on the road, as that's a 2-pointer from Coleman. And so next week we start the spring schedule, baseball and softball. And of course you had Sandoval make the state finals last year in baseball, won the state championship that you brought up as more points in the lane. And Dutchtown made the semifinals on the boys' side. So second chance points for Jarvis.
Good job by Jarvis right there.
So lead 30, now 33. And Crockett is on fire, inside and out. And they're going to keep it with Curall.
I'm going to tell you what, it is enjoyable watching the Gators and Crockett, especially right now, because he is giving it 100%. He points at Coach Usley. Can you give me a little break here?
And as the 11 seed, that 9 through 16, they automatically play their second game on the road. And so they may not take him out, because this is the last time his fans get to see him, because they're not going to play another home game most likely, but maybe not.
That may be not it, because they had some back and forth action, and he was a major part of it. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and maybe just giving him a break.
Yeah. Because the second round they will be on the road. Third round, I believe the home team is always the higher seed, so there's a strong likelihood that would not be them unless there's some upsets. Then you get to the playoffs that are played on the neutral site after that in the semis and the finals. Robinson, he's going to shoot him too.
Wow, Robinson, just a sophomore, 5'11" sophomore. Coach usually said, where was this in the first quarter?
And missed, and it'll be Sandoval ball. And see another substitution coming in, Brock Lalonde.
You see Coach Williams there with the subs, a couple of subs coming out, and there's 35 coming out, Coleman.
And Ezel, hadn't seen him for a while. There he is. I'm still here, Coach.
This is, you seeing all these threes? This is what you see in PE class, Jeff.
Yep.
Except they're making them out here.
And this South Lafourche side, they're really pressing right now, and they're struggling to get something good happen in their favor. But I got a lot of respect for this team, because they came out here under really tough circumstances, and they played Sandoval toe for toe until the very end of the first half.
Well, look, and no one has left this gym.
Nope. And it's a long drive. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours to get down to Galliano, as a timeout is going to be called.
Well, I always like to say it how I feel. I think the officials have been outstanding in this game. I can't think of anything that have been out of order or anything. They've been very, very consistent and look like they're probably enjoying themselves out here.
And I tell you who's enjoying himself right there, a clean-shaven Travis Usey. It's a little different look than what we've seen often. As the timeout, 30-second timeout.
Oh, maybe his wife Kim had something to do with that and said, you need to straighten up, do something different in the playoffs. So
don't you usually grow your hair or dye your hair or put peroxide in it or grow your beard?
Grow my hair is not in my vocabulary, Jeff.
Yeah.
Dye my
sorry
hair.
To bring that up.
Mother Nature's taking care of that.
So this is Carter Bro and a 1-and-1. And it's going to go out to the Tarpons. Another substitution, Bryce Adams for South Lafourche.
So here, Bell Chase at Sulphur. This is who the Gators.
Right. So that's so they're either going to go to Bell Chase or they're going to go to Sulphur. Don't have any scores from that game, but we do have East Ascension with the lead. They're getting close to their season high in points as Lalonde makes a three.
I'm telling you, it's textbook the way these guys are shooting. Nice steal.
And here comes Robinson, scores.
And
they're
Robinson
close to their season high score now as they got up to 83. They're at 81 right now. And that was in November against Holden High School. So they haven't got this high on the point.
And look, it didn't start out that way, Jeff.
No, it did not. It was very slow moving in that first half. And I believe South Lafourche did a good job of dictating the tempo as long as they could. And Santa Maria was not hot in that first half, but they caught fire since then. Now Marcus Dunn's in the game. And so there's a lot of subs checking in. Brody Kernan. And this is Lalonde missing. You also see Reed Mayers. And the rebound goes to Sanama. And a steal. And now there's points in the foul for Jacob Curall. And so still fighting as while they attempt the free throw and more subs come in the game. Want to congratulate all the seniors on the Santa Maria side as you see the three right there, Glover, Ezel, Crockett, and then, of course, the fourth, Kaz Babin, who was not in the picture that game, or that moment. And then on the South Lafourche side, finishing up their careers, Hayden Kale and Jacob Curall, as it's now a 40-point game. Free throw no good. And the three, good. Mayers, the points. That's Babin. I'm sorry, the senior. Thought it was 40. It was 0-0. And now a chance for more points in the transition. Marcus Dunn. And they have well eclipsed their point total, high point total.
Yeah, Coach Usey wants to get a few more guys in there.
You see number 54 in Brandon Glover. We hadn't talked about him. So the seniors are getting that action. Last score we got from East Ascension, they're up 38-31. That's 4:15 left to go in the third quarter, so things looking good for East Ascension as well.
So Santa Maria would play who next week, Jeff?
Well, they would get either Bell Chase or Sulphur.
And Sulphur's the number 6 seed, Bell Chase 27.
Bell Chase is one of those teams like South Lafourche. They are a 4A school that had to play up. And the steal and the points, no good. Miss from Dax Gidry and still fighting for it. And the clock we're in a running clock right now, and so maybe after these free throws, we'll probably be at the end. And it's going to be an impressive 45-point win, perhaps, depending on these free throws. They're going to stop it at 8.3. Out of respect to let him shoot the free throws. So the first one from Curl is good. So now it's a 44-point lead. Second free throw is good. So it's 86-43. Now 5 seconds left. Glover driving, tries to slam it as the clock runs out. And our final score is 86-43. Santa Maria with the win. We're going to take a short break and come back and wrap things up. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
E-Tail is now Rev, and we were built on Louisiana know-how, serving businesses like yours with solutions and local customer service for nearly 100 years. From storm-proofing your internet, phone, and managed services to being there for you 24/7 with local reps who really get to know you. Right now, you can get 1 month free of internet and hosted phone. A simple solution for your business. Call or click today. Rev Business. Powerful solutions, unmatched local service.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. Santa Maria with the first round Bidistrict playoff victory over South Lafourche, 86-43. After about the close to late in the first half, game was very close, but then Santa Maria pulled away. But a great job by both coaches and both teams. South Lafourche, under some tough circumstances, came out here, played hard tonight. I want to thank their coach, Brody Williams, for being so helpful for us getting information tonight. And he did a good job with his team considering what he had to deal with during this whole last couple of weeks of the season. And, of course, Travis Usey, another 20-win season, and gets another first-round playoff win, Coach.
Well, this is the playoffs, Jeff, and somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose, and the winner moves on and the loser gets the inventory equipment. And I've been on both sides of this. I know exactly what has to happen. But I'm going to just tell you, something happened at halftime. Coach Usey, outstanding, getting his team to come out and doing an outstanding job here. The shooting percentage from the three-point line was just the exact opposite of what it was in the first half. And, wow.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to just tell you, you get exactly what you get from the Lafourche people and their teams. It's always going to be first-class operation, and they're going to be here to support their team.
Yep.
And I wish them the best and safe travel home.
Right, and they've been through a lot just in general. They were, without doubt, the hardest hit school by Hurricane Ida, and 1 year later still competing for the postseason and still rebuilding at the same time. But it was a 10-point lead at the half, so Santa Maria outscored South Lafourche by 33 in the second half. So it was just a remarkable display by the Gators.
Very impressive by all the Gators. You could sit there and say Crockett. Okay, well, Crockett's supposed to do that. But, he kind of rose beyond the call of duty. Mm-hmm. And Jamaica's supposed to do that, but he kind of arose. And all those kids, as far as shooting, rebounding, defending, very special here in the second half. And you know what? You got to sit there and you got to say, let's see if we can get this going the next time. There they are with the cheerleaders taking a picture. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know if they're well aware of this, but this might be the last game in this dome this year.
Could be.
And some of them are seniors. I know it's got to be a trying time, a little bit of thought there.
Mm-hmm. But it's at least a successful night tonight, and everybody's happy, and so they're going to go home with the win. And in the second round, they're going to wait to find out where they're going, either Belle Chase or Sulphur. And so that's going to wrap up our broadcast. But first, before we end things for tonight, let's look at our schedule one more time as we're wrapping up the winter season on Rev Sports. And next week we go to baseball. And we got 3 straight Tuesdays with baseball and softball. Dunham at Sanamaw, EA at Sanamaw, and Dutchtown at Sanamaw. 3 Tuesdays in a row. And it will be live streamed on Rev Sports, Rev Sports 1 on YouTube, and it'll be replayed on Rev TV 4. So that's going to wrap things up. SWAC has been fun.
A lot of fun. Know you feel a little under the weather a little bit. Glad to see you come out here and make it out and enjoyed the game.
Yes, thank you so much for everything, Coach. You always do a great job. And Nolan and Josh and everybody always does a great job, and Lyle back at home. So we're going to wrap things up. Our final score, Sanamaw moves on. They defeat South Lafourche 86-43. You have been watching the Rev Game of the Week.